Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick tip. My quick tip today is actually a bunch of small, very small tips about assembling a gift bag. So this is the sort of layout that you would have when you've got your gift bag. So this one has already been pre-scored. It's going to have a little lip here, and I've already scored all of the dimensions. I've also put tape on this. You could of course use liquid glue. You want some sort of strong glue for it. Now the first tip is about just making sure that your assembly is going to put the seam of the box at the back. I just prefer this just to make things look a little bit tidier. So that's going to be the back of my box. This is going to be the front. So once I've figured out where the front of the box is going to be, I then know that this is going to be the front flap that's going to be the last one that folds under for the base. So I've actually put the tape on the back of that panel. So our tape is there. I've also used the tape on the bottoms of all of the rest of the panels, and we've got it here on the side panel. Now if you've got a little lip like this where we've got a folded over border to the bag, it's handy, and I've already done this, to notch this just so that this is going to fold over with less bulk. I've also notched, you fully remove that bottom corner, and I've just V-notched all of the fold lines that we've got here, again to make sure that we don't have bulk. And it also just does give you a little bit of leeway when it comes to folding everything in. Then it means that you've got just a little bit of leeway. If you've not got that box base absolutely straight, you're not going to have pieces sticking out over the edge. So those are the little tips so far. Now the next thing is for actually adhering the box. I'm just going to fold that back, and I'm going to make the sort of tube of the box first. If I use my take a pick tool, I can lift this tape a little bit easier. So I folded this in. Before I actually lift the tape, I'll just show you. We're then going to line that up, and that means that you get a nice alignment of this seam here. So we're going to remove this tape and fold this into place. Make sure it's nicely lined up, and then press. And then this little chap, I'm going to remove the backing here and fold that under. And if you want to, you can then stick down that one as well, which is probably something that I should have marked up before, but we'll just use a little piece of sticky strip. You don't always want to have this folded down, so it's worth just checking what you want to do beforehand. So I'll just fold that back a little bit, and there we've got our basic box with the seam to the back. So now the idea is that we're going to tuck these ends in. So I'm going to remove the tape from the side pieces, being careful not to let that stick out that end. And I might as well remove the tape from this one that's going to fold into place. So, oops, that's it, and that going. And the trick here is to try and keep your box squared off while you stick these into place. So I've got my sides tucked in, and I'm trying to make sure that those are, if I fold that back out of the way you can see a bit better, trying to make sure that those are nicely squared off. With the grid paper below, I can see that they are. When that's squared off, I can stick that down, and we're going to remove that last piece of tear and tape. that's on our box front. And with everything squared off, we can stick that down. And then if you just turn it around and use a bone folder, you can make sure that everything inside is nicely fixed. And that is our basic bag. Quite often I like to just press in the sides like that, and that just gives it a little gusset and helps it to just look a little bit tidier. So hopefully those tips help. We've got the seam at the back there. This is the front of my bag, and as you can see, the base is quite nicely lined up, and we've got the edges tucked away nicely always round. So I hope that that quick tip helps. Please subscribe to my channel for quick tips on a Friday and a quick card on a Monday. And if you've enjoyed this project, please like it and leave me a comment. I'd love to see the ones that you make as well. And thank you for stopping by.